This won't last long. This is a 32 BHDS J Flight here at our, in our used inventory at Haylett RV of Coldwater, Michigan. And this is one of their most popular models. When people see the word used in the same sentence with 32 BHDS Jayco, it's like a homing beacon goes off and people just come from across the country out of the woodwork. It's incredible. The previous owners of this RV, they're very good people. They take good care of their things. They like nice things too. They've always got nice trucks, and they generally don't let their possessions get that old. This is actually the longest they'd held on to an RV. They tend to be folks that like to keep things, every 2 years or so they like to update. But they had this one for a couple more because they just couldn't find anything that they liked better that did anything more for them. 8,300 pounds. So if you're not sure if your vehicle can handle that, you give us a call and we'll make sure it's the right one for you. Power awning, power tongue jack, even power stabilizers. They ordered this thing loaded. They wanted it built with basically everything that you could put on it at the time, and that's what they got. This has a thermal package, which is not just an enclosed underbelly, but also insulated and forced air heated. That thermal package goes a step further, 2 steps actually. It also insulates the slide outs and adds extra insulation to the roofing. So this has essentially an Eagle fifth wheel insulation package in what is commonly perceived as just a general family class bunkhouse camper. So, like I said, loaded with everything they could when this what was available is on here. You saw the grill and the pass-through storage that goes back here for the outside kitchen. So it's got both a grill and a cooktop, so you can have both the meat and the beans going at the same time, or whatever it is you prefer to cook. It's funny how a lot of people, they used to say, I don't really care much about that outside kitchen. Then once folks have had one, they're like, oh God, I'll never give it up. No way. It's such a thing. Once they realize you can keep drinks out here, even if you don't just cook. It's not just for cooking. It's the utility, the storage, having some bug spray or sunscreen outside where it's easy to get to. That stuff is so handy. And so an outside kitchen goes far more than just cooking. It's storage, it's feature, it's function, and the party always ends in the kitchen. On a nice summer evening, I can promise you, all of the chairs and everybody are back here because the party always ends in the kitchen. Everybody knows that. And everything looks to be in really good shape. I mean, they didn't, leave this exposed to the weather out here. Everything is in absolutely fantastic condition. Even extra little things like they put these little, pads here so the doors wouldn't rattle around and stuff. They really took care of this thing. Direct entry bathroom door means that the 2 primary reasons, fridge and bathroom, that the kids specifically have to track dirt in and out of your camper have been addressed. And being a J Flight with all the upgrades, this is a nicer porcelain foot flush instead of a plastic centrifugal. Nothing wrong with that. This is just nicer again. Aluminum wheels, like I said, everything they could put on there is on here. They did it all. Wider 30-inch entry door with a nice easy grab handle, get in and out. I can't find anything mechanically wrong, certainly no leaks. The folks that own this, they're very particular about their maintenance. And this has a couple things on here I hadn't really seen in Jayco in a couple years. The features that had been since phased out, but features I actually always liked. The telescoping U-dinette. Jayco had been doing this for years. And it was they'd been doing U-dinettes way before it became super duper popular. But what's cool is there's add a little bit of extra seating space here. Both sides of the dinette actually telescope out, and the extra cushions and seat platforms are self-storing in there. Or, if you don't need that seating, take out the cushions, and now you have pull-out drawers, basically, where you can get to that storage. Here's another neat thing you don't see in today's trailers. This has a floating rear Ottoman / bench. This whole rear section here can actually float and wiggle around. So if you remove these posts, you can move that over here and sort of kick your feet up and relax. It has storage below it, so it's perfect for kids and grandkids stuff. The other thing I always loved about it, this I noticed right when you become a father, you start to look at things different. 6 years ago, when I was just blessed enough to have just a beautiful baby girl, I realized if you take that rear bench and you put it on this side of those posts, well, now you've just created a pack and play. You've created an encapsulated little space where the little ones can't really get out that easy. And because this has the thermal package, that's insulated, and they're not going to get chilly at night, and everyone's going to sleep well. I look at stuff like that and think, man, that is such a cool feature. I wish that they brought it back. Unfortunately, not enough salesmen talked about it, so they decided to invest the money elsewhere. Something J-Flight's done for years and years and years is that they're taller. This is 6'9" tall inside instead of 6'6", and that extra 3 inches actually is like a critical mass breaking point. What that allows them to do is double the storage in your overhead cabinets because they have room for a shelf in there now. It means that there's more headroom in the bunks, more headroom in the shower. A big, tall, balding idiot like me can still stand in the shower. I'm very self-deprecating, by the way. I don't take any of it personal. Life's, don't take life too serious, guys. You're never going to make it out alive. Some of the other upgrades that are on here, you see a larger refrigerator. This is an 8 cubic foot fridge and freezer. And actually, what's nice is it was open like this. When the folks traded it in, they made a point to come in and open the door so that it wouldn't be, moldy inside. Again, they knew what they were doing. This was not their first go-around, and it's not going to be their last. We've already got their new trailer picked out for them. Floor-to-ceiling, 6'9" tall pantry here. And I love how all of your kitchen is very consistent with the cabinetry. Very nice looking here. I'm going to open that back up a little bit just so that she can breathe like it's supposed to. Centralized cabinet right here. Let me see if I can shed some light on the subject. We've got the technology, obviously. Bang, okay. So extra hanging closet, linen cabinet, whatever you need it to be in the middle here, you can do that with an extra little towel storage area below. So whatever you want it to be, it is. That's the nice thing about it. Turn that off, put that back in the pocket. Can't get my finger on the off button. There we go. Stuff is difficult, I swear. Okay, so the bathroom here, it's one of these things I can't point it out. It's not easy to see, but the J-Flight bathroom in this floor plan is a couple inches bigger than most, and a couple inches again means the difference between having legroom and not having legroom. And again, being 3 inches taller means I can stand in the shower without my head in the bubble, even though I'm 6'3". I usually say 6'3" with my shoes on, and somebody laughed and said, "What are you, 4'2" without your shoes?" And yes, I get the point. This overhead bunk flips up and down, and you'll notice that all the bedding you can see is in stellar condition still. This has been used for sure, but they just didn't trash the thing. It's not ratted out, Again, no leaks, no problems, just camper. Convertible J-Cube futon down here. Everybody and their brother uses these things nowadays. You can thank Jayco for it because it's so effective. They're a sofa, they're a lounge, they're 1 or 2 beds, they're whatever you need them to be. They do everything. Good storage down here. Now this is a 50% larger big kid bunk, as I like to call it, because your outside kitchen's over there behind this wall. So they went ahead and they built this inward a little bit, almost to the point of where this wall terminates, to give you this extra space and storage. Now you see that built-in bunk ladder. Jayco actually builds their ladders in-house. It's thicker, stronger, heavier, more sturdy, and it does have the perfect little DVD shelf back there. And if it is a rainy day and we need entertainment, you do have hookups in here for that. Moving forward, you do have a hide-a-bed sleeper sofa up here. I can't imagine you're going to need it with this bunkhouse, but if something creeps up, let's say that, I got myself in trouble and the missus says, "You don't need to sleep next to me tonight." Well, then I've got a nice place to bunk down, and I'm not really suffering. Now, on my plus, one of us is definitely going to get a good look at that TV, because that TV can spin around to face, it can actually turn to face the slide a little bit, or you can spin it to face the bedroom as well. And sometimes it's addition by subtraction, and what I mean by that is instead of a cabinet that went all the way to the floor where you'd have to get on your hands and knees to get to it, they gave you a shoe garage. So it actually lifted the base of that cabinet up a little bit and gave you a place to keep your shoes instead of just in front of the doorway. So sometimes it's not what's there, sometimes it's what isn't that also matters. Sink covers, stove top to give you some prep space, everything that needs to be, all the original factory stuff, like I said, TV, owner's manuals even. They kept track of their service records and owner's manuals and absolutely everything. They're the type of folks that when they say they're ready to trade, we're like, great, because I know there's nothing wrong with their camper, ever. DVD, CD, stereo, everything. This is a 74-inch camper queen. However, Jayco built in the room to add a longer queen if you are so inclined. And you do have side stands with outlets over here for your, alarm clocks and phone chargers and whatever else you may have. Can't say enough good about it. I can't. It's in fantastic shape. Very well equipped with even the 50% more powerful air conditioner and everything, the centralized air system. This is sharp. If you're looking for that big bunkhouse, and you're not up for the new RV price tag, I got a used one here, and because it's late model enough, you're probably still going to be able to qualify for some really aggressive, potentially same as new RV financing, so that ain't all bad either. Truly, all thriller, no filler. So, give us a call. If you don't have a vehicle, if you don't ever plan on one, we can deliver this, or we have trucks and we can do package deals, hitches, trades, pieces, parts, accessories, etc., and everything else in between. We only do everything, so give us a call. Don't care where you live, they're on wheels. We'll get them there. 800-256-5196. Haylett RV of Coldwater, Michigan. Take care, stay safe, have fun, and happy camping, everyone.